It's been 3 days. You'll never forget me. You might just not remember my name. I'll never forget you. But are you embarrassed? Should I be embarrassed if I forget your name? So let me show you something about the temperature and about passage. Number 23 or 32. Okay, the opposition of this into the 7 world is 5 and 4. That is the IT world. Okay, it's communications, it's cellular, it's LED, it's the light, lights up inside of you, it lights up an energy that has an impulse that brings in your spirit. Okay, 32 is the entry block. It is what it is. I'm not going to explain it. 8 times 4, 8 plus 4, okay, equals 44. 44 is space, S-P-A-C-E. S&P 35 is 19 and 16, 1 and 6 light, 1 and 9 spirit, equal 35. That is inside the roulette wheel where they are both red and they connect. 32 is also red, and on an angle it connects 30, 32, and 34, all red. 3 and 0 plus 6 equals 9. All 30s, all zeros equals 6. 360 degrees in Celsius is 720 plus 32 Fahrenheit, which equals to 752. The gateway to Earth, 752. Minus 20% of the actual, the reality, but this is the way I do it, minus 72, okay, equals to 752 minus 72 is 750 is 680. Minus 72 equals 680, 7286. We must go into the Mayan time. The Mayan time sets like this. Pretend it's like a football. 6 points, 1 point, and 3 points. It's a 9-day total. 6 days of 24 hours of 16 hours awake and 8 hours of sleep. 1 day for the power of the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord is who is inside of you. You are all of God. You play all of God, but you're not the God, only the God of who you are. Because you use the intelligence of that energy of the Spirit to do with what you have. Is like God is the will to do, if that's the word you want to choose. So, I mean, come on, man. Who's making the choice? Turn me off right now. That's your choice. Keep it on. It's your choice. You think God came down? God is another, let's say it's another outside. You are you. And then you say to yourself, if you're you and you get to say doing everything you want to do, okay, then tell yourself to be quiet. Not to think, not to hear. It's like almost impossible. Because if you try not to hear and you meditate, then you're doing something else. You're meditating. So therefore, you have the option to think who you are. You have 7286. The other thing I wanted to bring in with this is a design over here. It's 8 blocks by 8 blocks, okay? 8 by 8. The other design is 5 wide by 13 long. How do you get the 8 by 8 or the 5 by 13 inside the 8 and 8 with only 3 cuts making 4 pieces? Okay, the answer to this question, okay, in which a gentleman named Martin had asked me. Now, if there is a mistake, okay, by granted, tell me, and we'll go over it. Right now, I'm trying to find where it is. What happens is this is the piece, okay, and the cuts are like this, from this corner to this corner, 1, 2. Then you make a cut here and a cut here, and that will, your 8 by 8 will cover your 5 by 13. I don't remember which way it goes. Irregardless, because of the straight angle of this A, okay, of this design, it ends up creating ace, ace, upside down from each other. Okay, what I'm trying to get to in this scenario over here, okay, is that, hold on a second, I'm still thinking. Yes, is the 5 by 8 equals 40, which is blue, which equals 13, which is the AC energy in the blue world. That's a 5 by 8. The 5 by 13 is AC. These numbers here will recreate the orange ball, the sun of it, connecting the sun to the moon to the universe. You become that end of the universe because you are just another plug of alpha omega, something to do with electricity. It goes like this, and then like this, and like this. You're still the continuation of the energy in the universe. You are. If you hear, you vibrate within your own body. Therefore, your body's in the universe. You take up space. No matter how minute, you're taking up a space that would not exist if you were not here. Okay? So we cut these up. I cut these board 3 inches, okay, here, by 5 inches here. And I do the same on the other one. But you see this over here, the right angle, almost like saying, let's play baseball. Or, I'm trying to see what it looked like in the, trying to see where it is. There's a bird inside there. Anyways, irregardless, if you notice, it's here and it's here. In order to get from here to here, you have to go straight up, over, and up, almost like the Lamed letter. Okay? Anyways, irregardless to that, what happens when you go this area of 5 by 13, okay, 5 is the letter E, A, C. It says ace inside its own design, and in the own design, it also says each. It says H and each inside the letters of the size of its own design. 8 by 8, H and H, 5 by 13. 8 by 8 is 64. 6 by 4, 6 plus 4 is one Enzo, okay, one X-Man with the cross on his back. Why? 8 by 8 is 64. 6 and 4 is 10. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 and 10 is 34 equals 1. The number 1, which is now Enzo, Eno, Neo, Anderson. This becomes 513 AC energy in the E world, Jupiter. Jupiter, Mercury, Earth connects together saying ace. So this is just something I wish I can explain just at the size of the designs, 5 by 13 and 8 by 8 explain ace over here. 513 says ace. 5 and 3 or 5, 3 and 1 says HI. Once you have the H in here, you automatically have the I in here. So just by the size, 8 by 8 and 5 by 13, 64 square inches and 65, you have the calling of the wolf. Okay, however you want to count them. 5 by 13 is 65 by 3 is 195. 195 plus 4 is 199. Plus 5 is 204. 8 by 8 is 64 plus 16 is 80. 80 times, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go 8 by 8 is 64 by 3 is 192. 192 plus 16 is 208 plus 3 is 211 because the number I used to multiply it, I'm adding back to it now. Even though that's a final fix of 3, it's part of the creation, the explanation. One thing I want to mention that was really crazy, Halloween came late and early for me in 2001. I had a whole load of pumpkins going towards the U.S. area in 2001, but because 9/11, all my pumpkins rot in the field. So did you do understand that the shape of 13 by 5 and 8 by 8 spelled the word ACHE, H, and it also said the word each, okay? 5 by 5 plus 3, okay, is the electric company. Have you ever watched a baseball game before when the announcer calls the baseball player or something? He goes, number 9, the shortstop, number 9, playing second base, the shortstop, number 9, batting third, the shortstop, number 9. You ever hear the way they say it in baseball? So there's something more to it than just that. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I'm just trying to empty my head. Do not enter. What is this? This can turn this way. This can turn this way. Anything turning this way, you can suck in. Anything you can turn this way, you can suck in, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this. When I take an S, okay, and I make one line through, okay, you know the dollar bill is one line through. Well, that's dividing the center here. I'm going to show you what it is with two lines. You see the limit here? With two lines through, okay, it stops over here. There's a center switchboard over here. Then there's a crossover within the switchboard. The same way as Rubik's Cube turns. As it turns halfway, the passage comes down here and it exits over here. So I would have to have a line here that goes right to here and a line here that goes right to here. But in the dollar sign, you don't see it because they don't show you how they got the formation. At the same time, you see the X in the center, X and O. That's number 39. 3 by 9 is 27 and 12 is 39 again. 3 and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Creation. But over here, if you take a look, there's an X here, there's an X here, there's an X here, there's an X here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 96. And the X over here is 24. 96, okay, equals to 32. 1, 2, 3, 4. 32 times 3 is 96. 32 degrees Fahrenheit, or 0 Celsius, is the passage point. And here's where you get number 32 from. Are you following with me? Do you want me to do it again? There's a lot of ways to do this. I'm never sure where to start because I always usually forget. As long as I remember there's a concept, I will be able to get it done. At the same time, it almost looks like the baseball stitchings, right? She's closed here. She's open here. Okay? See the shape that's in here? It's like a claw. Okay? You see the shape here? It's like a claw. So you got the one claw. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this again. Where did I get that 32 from now? Oh, yes. X is 96. 96 divided by 3 is 32. The 24 that was over here divided by 3 is 8. It becomes 8 and 32. 8 heaven, 32 pass. 8, 3, 2. Work it as you want. 8, 32, which would also be 2 times 4 and 8 times 4 would be 1/4. So the total of this would actually be 1/4, but you can't use 1/4 because you need something in the center. So 96 brought into one center, okay, is what? 96 brought into 24 is 3 times, right? So 3 times 24. 4 times 24 is 96. 3 times is 72. 72 is the 72 times 5 degrees multiple to equal your 360. So 32, 32, 32 is 96 around. And then crisscross over here with your X, 24, 24. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to mean, okay? 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 3 rows to make your 8. You have a triangle of 3, you have a triangle of 3. How many do you have? You only have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrong. When you take this, it goes over this. It's a transfer point. It's one hole over the next hole. You only always see 4 and 1, even if there's more. I'm assuming this is not my greatest video. One thing I wanted to show about the word John is the H letter seems to be an L that hops over. You see the way the H is like a hop over, the small h is like the L. Just like the I is like the L. So H and I are just like each other. Anyways, John, if you turn it sideways, okay, it says 4, 0. H, okay, upside down, it looks like the number 4. See the 4? Upside down, 4, 4. This one over here looks like a 6, 1V. 4, O, L equals to I, 2. 4012, which reverts to 4692. John is the word. 92 is the birth into the Venus world. X-Man, 46. 46 and 46 equals to 92. Where did I get 46? 0 equals 6. I equals 9. N turns sideways, looks like a 2. This is just not a guess. This is just all of a sudden, poop, 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 poop. The numbers just happen to be what they were. Now, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm not sure other than to jostle. You hear my voice, you hear what I'm talking about, boom, you get your own idea. That's it. That's it. Um, the other thing I wanted to talk about was time, 47, space, okay, equals to 44, time and space equals to 91, spirit, 35, S&P, IRI, 999, 35, 45, 54, 35, 44, 44, SPI, I Spy, 44, 44, 1935, 44, 54, and 8, 62, 71, 91. Spirit equals time and space. Re also says to laugh or the rice or the electrodes. Okay? The sweet spark in the vines, the syrup. We need these syrups and sweets, I'm assuming, so that we don't burn out the circuitry. So you can slow down. You slow down with these sweets. Well, you speed up with them, but you slow down with these sweets, and they stick and they don't burn out our electrodes inside of us. Ronnie, what are you talking about? Shh, don't tell anybody. You really want to know what a circle is, or an X? It's no more than a dash or a dot, meaning more than anything else. Passage, man passes, okay, into this world in meters. In furlongs, it's 5 1/4. 5, 2, 5. 5 times 5 is 25 by 2 is 50. Back to the center, plus 12 is 62. Wearing the Queen's hat. AD, 14th letter, N, A-N-D, 28, beta heaven, time heaven. The T as the 20th letter stands for 2. But because it's the 20th letter and has the O equals 6. 6 and 2 is 8. T equals 2 and 8, equaling to heads and tails. B, okay, bandwidth. From AD, you get bandwidth. Why? Because the first part, okay, of A and D, in between 2 and 3 is 5, gives you bandwidth. 2 and 3, 3 and 2, the same thing. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2, equals 6 and 5, 11. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, equals 4 and 5 is the IT system, okay? And 4 and 5 equals to 9, 9, 11, which is 1, 4, 2, 3, multiplied and added. Gives you your bandwidth. Here's a circle, here's a circle. I put one line around here, I put one line around here, it makes a circle in the center. This is where your 8 and 9 take place, okay? This is your bracket on your keyboard. On this side of your bracket it says 0, a 0, on this side it says 9. So if you really take a look, it's going around this way, coming in the back and coming out this side. It's going from this side to this side around the back. See the hands in the back? Same thing as this. This would be your reader. So now you have the strings and lines on the baseball. And the easiest thing it says, ship ahoy. This is the ship, ahoy or a hoist. Hoist up the ship. What does it mean? A ship, a parcel to deliver. The reason I get this is because of all the 0, 0, 0, okay, and the H and I that's in the center. So those are the 3 pertinents before we do anything else other than dotses and dashes. Reindeers, dashes and dances, and dancer and prancer. We take the top level of the Magen David or the bottom level of the Magen David, 2, 4, 5, 6, and we add the B here and we add the B here. And now this goes to here as a reader, and then this goes around as the life. There's 3 circles here. All I did to the circle is put one of these. I put one up here, one up here, one up here, one up here, and it looks like beetles. Are they not beetles? Those little, what do you call them? There's orange with black dots. This is a seagull. I put his eyebrows. Okay, so it's all it is dots and dashes and building from what I have. And if you take a look after I've made these circles, it looks like a monkey. Wait a second. Wait a second. If it's going to look like a monkey, you see what that is? You see what this is? Don't you remember Fred Flintstone? He put the record on the player, and now it's playing the record player inside our heads. Anyways, I couldn't be any more dumber, right? Now, I'm not sure what I said in all this. I have a lot in my head. Again, what I wanted to show is the 8 by 1, 2, 3. This here, okay, is 5 inches by 13 inches. This is 8 by 8. I had to make one go into the other. One is 65 square inches, one is 64. They all fit. R, 6 hours. F, 18 hours. R, 90 degrees, 270 degrees, 1 clock, 24 hours. The last thing is the Mayan time. 6 points, 1 point, 3 points in football. 613. The total is 10 days, 240 hours. 72 asleep, 144 awake, 24 to God, 240 hours. Twice a month in the Mayan calendar, 480 hours. 48 hours to God, the spirit system. 6 times 48, 72, 144 hours to sleep. And then you had 288 hours you were awake. 288 hours is actually 12 days. Is that correct? 12 days of Christmas. 12 days times 24 is 48. 0, 24. That's right. 288 is exactly what it is. October 15th. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Did I make any sense at all? Anyways, let's finish it off. 2 and 5, 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 2 and 5. What I'm explaining here is 3, the opposite is 4, 6, the opposite of 1, 5, the opposite is 2. That's it. While you have 4 numbers around, you will always have 2 numbers up and down. When you play the game of casino, they only count 1 dice, the one that's up. So you have 6 chances of getting 1 up, and here's how it goes. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. 6 minus 1 is 5. ACE. CEA, Electric Company. Angels of Electric Company. The last thing I wanted to mention was how all the planets, through their letters, they actually connect together. And I'm going to do this real quick. Mars, Uranus, Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, Earth, Saturn, Pluto. The number of letters in each name. Mars, 4. Venus, 5. Earth, 5. Pluto, 5. Pluto is the 9th planet. Earth is the 3rd planet, is 12. And Venus is the 2nd planet, is 14. It's 14. 14. 14. Uranus is the 6th planet. Saturn is the 6th planet. 14. I'm trying to figure out what I did. 14, 14, 14. Oh, yes. Uranus is 6 points, and Saturn has 6 points. Is a total of 12. Venus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a second here. I'm going to show it to you what I'm actually doing. Okay. Pluto, the 9th planet. Earth, the 3rd planet, is 12. Venus is 2, is 14. Uranus is the 7th planet. Saturn is the 6th planet, is 13. Then we have Neptune and Jupiter. Neptune is the 8th planet, Jupiter the 5th, 13, 13. So this is exactly what it looks like. 5, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4. That's the exact numbers that it totals for the number of planets and the combination of each. 14, you have Pluto, you have Earth, and you have Venus. And then the other 3 combination, you have Jupiter, you have Neptune, you have Saturn. 5, this one is 5, 5th planet. This one matches 13. This is the 8th planet, is 13. 5, 8 is 13. This planet is the 6th, totals 19. 19, 19, 19. Oh my God, I forgot Uranus is. Okay, right. And Uranus was in there. Okay, I made a mistake on this. Um, Uranus is the 7th planet. So you got to go 26. 26. And I'm going to show you this in a second. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 again. This is the answer to something that, I mean, I can't believe, I mean, take a look. Number 14, Earth. Okay. Number 14, Pluto. 9, 10, 11, 12. Number 14, Venus. 13, 14. Okay. Now, Uranus. Excuse me. Oh, Uranus got 13? No, 14, right. Then we have Uranus, 7. Then we have Jupiter, 5 is 12. Neptune, 8 is 20. And Pluto, no, and Saturn, 6 is 26. Dog, Cross, 26 and 14. Do you know where 26 and 14 comes? Would you like me to show you what it is? Forget about this. Zion, Z, and on the cross. 8 and 5, matrix spirit. This will become 20. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals 20. 2014, 2009 to 2014 because it goes down. 20 plus 14 if you want to do it that way because it's under 5. Do you understand? The 1 is separate from the floor and the 5 is the totality because every group is 5 and overlap. It's hard to explain. The 2 sides come together to make the 9. The 5 is in the palm of your hands. The O, here's the O, and here's the I, connecting between the 2. This is not just a plus sign. This is more than a plus sign. So your planets end up saying 26 and 14, which is 40, and it means 40 blue, and it's the short side of Monopoly, and there's more to this than anything else. Earth and Mars are the only 2 planets that don't have the letter U. Okay, so there are 3 planets with sun in it. There's 1, 2, 3 planets that end in the letter S. Okay, there's 1 planet that has the TH in it that is Earth, time, heaven, heads or tails, 2 and 8. 20th letter, the 20th letter is 2 plus 0 is 2, but the 20th letter, because it's the 20th letter, the 0 automatically gets 6 because it's talking about the circle of the totality of an area that you play the numbers. Raphael 7286, the constellation of Pegasus. Definitely gonna have to double over half this stuff. I mean, even inside of this word, S, one of these makes a T, another one makes a T, SH, this over this line here, this over this line here is an I, SHIT. How much more do I have to say? In God we trust, TWIG, TWIG, in God we trust. Backwards, dog, nest, lamb, sure. New Hampshire. The dog's rest is in New Hampshire. That's what this says. Oh my God. Knee is nest in. In, knee, nest, ham, lamb, you, sure. This is a connection. The lamb's nest is in New Hampshire. Watch out for the dog and the cat. The cat runs after the mouse. And the elephant, okay, runs away from the mouse because for whatever it is, squeak, squeak. So anyways, whatever I added on, yeah, let's leave it alone. Thank you for watching this video.